The interview. The interview was confirmed for Saturday and Sunday was selected for NGO tour. So Astitwa had to reach out to NGO members to explain that he couldn't wear feminine dresses on upcoming Sunday. The team was upset at first, but later they demanded that he must compensate the next Sunday. He asked them how could he compensate them. All said in unison that he must leave that to the team and he must reach the next Sunday early. Now that he was dressing weekly, his body were hairless too. After his team was satisfied in a meeting, they discussed about the NGO tour the next Sunday. They decided that one of the senior team member will give them brief introduction, then they will be showing their working style and pay. Tour to be finished with some samples that were prepared by them. As the team was leaving, Astitwa asked them about his hairstyle for Saturday's interview. One of the youngest members said that she would visit him on Saturday morning and would give him a nice hairstyle. Other team members decided to give him a visit on Saturday prior to meeting to boost his confidence. Very soon the interview Saturday reached. The team came early in the morning and gave him some pep talk. The youngest team member then started her magic. She made his hair into French roll bun style. He was quite happy with how he looked. He thanked each and every member for their kind words, and specially to the hair designer. Around 9:30 a.m. he heard calling bell go off. As he opened the door, his feet got glued to the floor, eyes widened, throat dried. He could not believe what he saw. He froze in his place for a minute, and as he understood the scene, he invited Janaki and his crew in. They both sat for a while when the team was setting up the interview area, but none of them was able to start a conversation. As the setting up process finished, the interview process began. Q. Tell us something about you. A. I am Astitwa, born and brought up in the government orphanage. I have successfully completed post-graduation and now I am working as a lecturer in the government college nearby. Q. How does you get the idea about your social service this early in your life? Considering you're so young. A. I was one of the few lucky ones who were adopted by an orphanage that was getting funded by the government directly. As a result, they had to maintain certain standards. With the type of guidance we were given, I understood very soon that not everyone is very lucky, and how the kids of parents who can't earn big money suffer. We would see how our friends suffer day in and day out. So I had made my mind to enter into teaching profession and help the kids out. Q. That is pretty impressive. How were you able to convince the parents to send their kids to you? A. As I settled into my job, I started looking into the government schools and started picking out few candidates. Then I started monitoring them. After a few days, I was finally able to locate most of the kids I was planning to teach. But offering a free service is never easy. So I first chose a few students who were in final year of the school and can't afford a private help. I started teaching them in return for small behavioral changes. That way they could learn and became a better person too. Eventually more students started coming. So I fixed time to help each group. When I was not helping a group, I provided them a place to study. Q. Wow, that is such a noble way to do things. How did you get into the NGO? A. I started becoming a known faces with the parents of poor children. Soon I was getting invited to their homes very frequently. I wanted to do something for the women there, as men mostly worked as daily labor. So I started researching. Soon I found one NGO that was working with women empowerment. So I contacted them to set up a session for the women there. Q. How did the women of the area responded? A. The women were not very keen at first. Very few of them joined the sessions conducted by the NGO. Q. How did you convince the women? A. We started visiting each house daily and started explaining them the benefits. Then we brought them together to one place. We then allowed them to give ideas regarding what they can do. Most women suggested stitching dresses. So we started procuring sewing machines. Then the NGO started collecting dresses that needed repairing and the women started repairing work. Q. When did you shift to making your own dresses? A. As we started becoming a large group, even educated women started joining with us. In one meeting, they suggested to start making our own dresses. So we took up the idea with the go-aheads. They helped us in making apparel from the scratch. For dress designs, we sought help from village elders. They provided us ideas about traditional designs. Q. When did you decide to make it a cooperative society? A. As more and more demand started coming, we started producing more products. The products are carefully handcrafted. We perform every process manually, from cutting, stitching, washing, ironing to packaging. The NGO head once came here to applaud us as a group and said that they have successfully guided us and time was there to hand over those to us. So we as a group decided to set it up as cooperative society and they chose me to act as the representative of the society. The Make in India program also gave us a boost. Q. Today you have a line of productions, not just clothing. Explain how the shift occurred. A. Initially when we started working under the NGO, we used to sell the products at stores designed for them. They had extensive contacts with various mall authorities and shopping stores. Those stores allowed us to keep our products and the NGO used to send one of their representatives to see the number of items being sold. Initially it was very slow, but as in the first festive season began, the demand started picking up. By the next season the demand started raising, so the stores started sending more and more orders. Also, as we became experienced in the field, we started producing other items. Initially we started from traditional half saris, ghaghara choli, blouses etc. Soon we picked other items like winter wears, stoles, salwars and kurtis. Q. Today how does the marketing of your products are done? A. With the initial success of we started making a name. So we decided to set up our own store. Today we have stores across all major shopping mall chains. We have extensive television ad in YouTube to run our ad. Also we have YouTube channel and Facebook, Instagram handles which publish our products at regular intervals to keep up with the new trend. We sell our products in Amazon and Flipkart too. The major factor that attracts the customer is that we provide latest trendy styles with traditional designs. Q. Do you have any young members in your team? A. Not initially. But today we have a big group of young people. There is a group that works on the digital side along with digital marketing and social media handles. The other team is there to research about various styles in ethnic and fusion section. A. Whole team of young boys of the village who are taking care of the store management. Q. Do you have any future plans? A. Currently we are trying to set up a team that can visit the stores on particular days and provide custom services. The team is supposed to visit a store when there is an order for custom dress designs. They will sit with the customer and understand their preferences. Once all the preferences are listed, they will start designing a dress for them. Once the design is finalized, we will get them delivered within 20 days. The whole process is going to take 45 to 50 days. Q. All the best for the future. You also mentioned that you teach students and work as lecturer. Can you please give us an idea of your daily schedule? A. I generally get up before sunrise, then go for a yoga session. Then I sit for an hour and revisit the class plan for the day at the college. By 7:30 am I get ready to go for the college. The classes finish by 1 pm and then I go to the society by 2 pm to catch up there. By 5 pm I come back to the house and by 6 I start the daily classes for poor children. The class runs till 8 pm. After that I prepare food, make notes for next day college classes, research if needed. By 11 pm I go to bed. I have a very simple lifestyle. On Sundays I have free time, so I spend time with the society members. Q. How do you keep your society members content? A. Every Sunday we go to the local temple. We have gone for picnics, city tours. Once we had taken a 3-day tour to Kerala to refresh ourselves too. Q. Do you have anything for young people who want to join social work? A. Social service needs dedication and the willpower. Before jumping into it, the person must make an idea regarding the kind of services they want to work with. There are several NGOs that are looking for new members. I would suggest them to join an NGO during college years and over time they will learn about it. Starting a new go can also be an option, but getting recognized takes time. Sometimes the new NGOs struggle and the political parties take pay benefit. This takes toll on them as well. And the NGO to join must be carefully scrutinized. One more thing to remember would be the success will come eventually, but it may take time. Not everyone gets instant recognition, takes time. With that, the interview process finished. The team started wrapping up and started leaving. Janaki was not sure how to ask for leave. She was in a very tough mental battle. At one side, seeing him, her heart has started going into the love territory and his works has made her mind to look at him in awe. Somehow she was able to finish the interview process. There were several times she was about to go out of her professional character, but she kept her composure. Another thing that was bugging her was that she would have to spend another 3 hours with him when the work tour happens for them. She somehow gathered courage and asked him for the leave. While leaving, they talked about the Sunday society office trip. The next day, Janaki, along with her team, visited the society office. To her good or bad luck, Astitwa only came to invite them and they were guided by another member who showed them the work area, the sewing machines, the handicraft area. As the visit finished, Astitwa walked out with the team. He was conversing with the team members this time while other women kept Janaki busy. With every step towards the exit, the restlessness in Janaki was increasing. Though she was busy with the members of the society, her mind was on Astitwa and his long ponytail which crossed his mid-back. As a kind gesture, the society handed a ghaghara choli set to Janaki and bid goodbye to magazine team.